In this video, I will explain the dashboard to you. So you'll just have to go on Etsy.com, click on the shop manager here on the top right. And this is the dashboard. So you have a stats overview in here for your store, the views for all your products, the visits to your specific products that you have, orders, revenue, and so on. You can select the stats from here, last 7 days, yesterday, 30 days, and so on. Here you have your summary for your listings. Active listings, 0, because I deleted that one that I made in the beginning. Expired, 0. Sold out, 0. So right now we have nothing. Here, under the recent activity, you will see the orders that will receive a favorite, a rating, or an order. So that's what you will see in here. But you should also download the Etsy app for your phone, because in there you will see everything that we see in here. So it's basically a dashboard, but it is simplified. But you'll be able to see the orders, messages, and so on. It is quite useful, so be sure to download the app as well. Now, in here we have the Listings tab. In the Listings tab, we will see our actual products, and we will be able to make modifications to our products from here, including pricing, description, and everything. I will just show you afterwards. Once we connect Printify to our store, I will add a product from Printify, and it will be shown in our store. And I will make some modifications from here, and you will see exactly what you can do. You can make sections for your products. I already made 2, because I tried to film this video before, but for some reason the software crashed and everything was lost. So what you can do is just click on Add Section, and you can add a section for shirts, a section for hoodies, a section for mugs, and just click Save. And then you will be able to add these products to these products that you will add to these sections. So it is very easy to manage from here. Here we have the Messages tab. This is quite self-explanatory. So basically this works like an email. You have the inbox and everything, spam, whatever. On the top right, we have an auto-reply feature. You can use it if you want. I never use this. Only, I think, under one occasion. It was probably Christmas or something. And there were the same questions repeating over and over again. People were asking if they will get their order in time for Christmas. If they order now, it was like 1 week before Christmas. And I just turned this on, and I wrote in here, if your question is about the order deadline when it comes to having your order before Christmas, if you order now, it is too late to have your order before Christmas. The deadline was X days ago. So you can do that. That would be useful in that case. But otherwise, I don't see why you should use this. Maybe you can think of a case, but usually it's not that necessary. Here we will have the Orders and Shipping tab. This is quite easy. So when someone places an order, you'll have your order here in the New tab. And when you submit the order in Printify in the platform, and I will show you how that works, the order will be automatically sent to Completed when it ships out. So you don't have to make any changes in here. The only thing that you can do from here, and you will do in some cases, is to just cancel the order and refund the product. Refund the actual amount to the customer. So that's the only thing you'll do in here. And you can also check the address and stuff just to see if everything fits. But usually it is imported like pretty much 100% of the time correctly to Printify. Here we have the Star Seller tab, and you can get the Star Seller badge if you meet these requirements. You will get this in time. So in the beginning, you won't have the Star Seller badge. You can't achieve this in the beginning. But once you make all these targets, let's say that way, message response rate 95%, average rating 4.8, on-time shipping and tracking, you'll always have this. It will be automatically imported from Printify. You don't have to do anything about this. Minimum orders and minimum revenue, sales. So it is pretty easy to achieve. Once you get familiar with the platform and everything, once you get sales, you will be able to achieve this easily. Just be sure to respond to the customers. This one is the most important. So do not avoid any messages. Even if they have some random message and it doesn't make sense, just respond. Because if you don't, this target will decrease in here. Now we have the Stats tab. This one is self-explanatory as well. Visits, orders, conversion rate, and revenue. Here you can see exactly where the traffic came from. This is from the Etsy platform, so Etsy app and other Etsy pages, Etsy search, Etsy marketing and SEO. And here we have the traffic that we are actually bringing. Either it's direct traffic, social media, or Etsy ads. And here we have offsite ads. So you can read it in here. Basically, Etsy will advertise your products on different social media pages, including Google. And if you get a sale for this, you'll have to pay a fee. It is 15%. But if you pass $10,000 per year in revenue, you will pay 12%. And you will only pay for this when it generates a sale. So usually you pay like $2, $3 per sale generated through them. Just so you know how it works. All right. And in here, you'll have your listings. Right now, we don't have any listing. And you'll be able to sort them by views, favorites, orders, and revenue. So you have an idea which one gets the most interaction usually, or views or whatever. So that's about the stats. Then we have the finances tab. You'll give this to your accountant most of the time. So this is how much you have to pay towards Etsy, basically. Available for deposit to your account once you reach the threshold. Everything is in euros for me because I live in Europe, and that's how it's being set. You can also change the bank account by clicking on this update billing settings. Change your debit or credit card that you're paying with, and so on. Here you can choose the summary. You can see the stats exactly, last 3 months, last 6 months, all this year, all last year, and so on. Basically, this is the revenue, and this is what you have to pay. The fees to Etsy, the marketing fees to Etsy ads and offsite ads. Etsy ads only when you start the ads, obviously, and the shipping fees. And here we have the summary of what happened exactly. So I added 2 products ago. As I said, my recording crashed, and that's why you see this in here right now. You can click on finances and go into monthly tab, monthly statements, and in here, you'll have an invoice generated the next month or the previous month. So once the previous month passes, you'll have an invoice the next month afterwards, and you can just download it. It includes everything that you spent on the platform. What else we have in here? Payment settings, where you can change the actual account and stuff. You should change the deposit schedule in here to daily. There's no reason not to, but you'll have to meet the threshold in order to have the funds. So once you pass $20 or 20 euros in my case, this amount will be sent to your bank account. If you don't meet the threshold, it will be sent at the end of the week anyway. Here we can change the currency for our store, but it should always be USD. There's no reason not to, because you can change the prices in the listings, and it is way easier to change the price if you don't have to make the conversion, you know? And that's that. We have billing and address. You don't have to change any of this. All right. And afterwards, let's see if I have anything in here. Legal and tax information. You don't have to change anything in here. Only if you want to, once you start a business, but you can run this as an individual. You don't have to run it as a business. Depends where you live, depends on everything. You have to ask your accountant before that. So here, in the marketing tab, we have search analytics. I pretty much never use this, but you will see exactly for what search term, how many impressions are you getting for that search term, your position for it, visits, conversion rate, revenue, and the listings that appear for this search term. You can use it just for statistics, and that's pretty much it. Here we have the Etsy ads. This is important because we will use this in order to advertise our products. And how does this work? Well, basically, you change the budget from here. And here, by clicking on Manage Advertised Listings, you'll be able to select exactly what you want to advertise and what you don't want to advertise. So you can simply just turn them on or off. And that's pretty much it with this section. Then we have sales and discounts. In here, we can make coupon codes. So I already made those. Let's just deactivate those, and I will show to you how to enable them. So we will click on Set Up Targeted Offers. We will enable all of them, and 10% off for everything is good enough. So you can just type "thank you" 10 in here as a coupon code. These will be automatically sent to your customers, so you don't have to think about it. I already use this, so I'll just type like this. Come back 10 and favorites 10. And now they are created, and they will be sent automatically to the customers. Here are the previous ones that I added. That's why this is basically a history of the coupons that I had previously active. So yeah. And I can create a shop sale as well. For example, 10% off for my entire store. because as you saw, when I made the store in here, so I'll just open the store, I wrote this, 10% off summer sale is now active. So I can just make a sale from here. I select percentage off, 10%, the duration of the sale from X to Y as a period, so this is 48 hours, more or less, depending on the hour. The actual sale name, I can say summer 10 off, for example. Continue, and in here I will select a specific product that I want to apply this to, review and confirm, and that's it. I have no products right now, that's why it doesn't work, so I'll just cancel it. Something else important, let's see. Social media, this one doesn't matter that much. So you can basically just share your products and such. You can make posts from here directly and share them to social media. You can do that if you want. That's cool, but you should mainly focus on your store. These are extra things that you can do, but the most important thing is to make your store bigger. Just find winners and build your store up. Then you can do these things. The most important thing is to focus on sales first. Then you can do whatever you want. Here we have custom web address. You can just have a domain for your store if you want, but I don't see the point of doing this. It is just better to have your own website later on. So you have your own website and domain and not a domain attached to Etsy. I don't see the point of that. In here we have integrations, and we have some integrations with different platforms, let's say that way. You can use those. I've never used those. The most important thing in here is eRank, which will be our SEO tool, but you don't have to click on it in here. I will just go on the platform directly, and I will show to you how to do SEO and everything from this specific platform. And here we have some extra apps for bookkeeping and taxes. If you live in the US, I think that's the only reason to use any of those. But I do not live in the US, and I cannot help you with this. But yeah, ask your accountant about this, and they will tell you what to do. All right, in here we have community and help. In this tab, we basically have an option to contact Etsy by clicking on this one. Site policies, Etsy help forums, so you can just access the forums and so on. I never use that. Here we have the settings tab, and basically what this is, we can just edit our store from the dashboard directly, instead of going to the store and clicking on that edit shop button on the top left like I did. So I'll just open this tab just to show you that it's pretty much the same thing. You also have an option in here to subscribe to Etsy Plus if you want. It is worth it. If you're just beginning, this is worth it, I think, because it also gives you ad credit, and at the same time, you have some free listings that you don't have to pay for. So it's basically included in the price. But I don't know, you lose a bit if you pay for it, and you also win some. It's not much of a benefit. You could just read if you want. So I would just won't go for this, and I will just focus on what matters most, building the store and so on. So just so you know that it exists in here. There's no huge advantage to using this. All right, so we have the info and appearance tab. As you can see in here, we have the same thing. We can change the shop title, logo. We can connect your Facebook and Twitter pages to your store. Shop announcement, message to buyers. I already made one, so you have an example in here. You should always set up a thank you message for your customers, and you can include a coupon code in here, like I did. So they have the chance of using this coupon code and be a returning buyer, for example. Message to digital buyers, you shouldn't mess with this one, as we are not selling digital items. We're focusing on selling print on demand. Here we have the About Your Shop section. Basically, the shop members, the same thing that we did previously when I added myself in the store. The story, same thing. Options in here. I went through this a few minutes ago when I showed you that you need to disable the offer gift message options. You shouldn't change anything in here. There's no reason to change anything. Vacation mode, you can do this, for example, if you're gone for a while and you cannot manage your store at all. You can just go in vacation mode, send a message that you'll be back in XYZ period. Auto reply message as well. You can say the same thing in here as well. So yeah, that's pretty much it. You don't have to mess with any of the other settings in here. It's not that important. So shipping settings, here you'll have the shipping profiles. I already have a shipping profile imported from Printify because I added a product previously, but I will do this again to show it to you exactly how to do this. So I can just delete this one, and we won't have any shipping profile right now. We also have another tab saying free shipping guarantee in here. Basically, if you enable this, you'll offer free shipping if someone orders products worth more than $45. But there's no reason to do this if we are doing print on demand, and I'll explain it to you why. This basically encourages customers to buy more from our store, but if they buy less and they want to buy one product, we will have to increase the price of that product to make up for the shipping if they order 2 or more products and they go above this threshold. So it is not worth it. You shouldn't go for this in print on demand. Maybe if you sell something else and it is expensive, it is worth it. But in print on demand, you shouldn't. Packages preferences, there are some things that are not worth changing or anything. Rates and upgrades, do not bother with this at all. The upgraded shipping is very expensive right now, probably due to COVID, and the changes are still the same. That means that it is very expensive, like $25 for express shipping, and that's a lot. That's the cost of the entire order if someone wants to order a t-shirt, for example. So do not go for this. There's no point. All right. Something else. Policy settings, same thing. We go in the same place again. Production partners. Here we have Printify that we added previously. Off-site ads. Here you'll have an explanation about off-site ads and how they work. But you can opt out if you want from off-site ads, but you shouldn't because it won't cost you more than $2, $3 per sale, which is pretty much the equivalent of selling with Etsy ads. Well, it depends. But, for example, if you think that it's not worth it, you just opt out and that's it. But you should just leave it the way it is. If it brings sales, it's good enough. You won't go on a loss with this one. You'll still make a profit. Maybe you'll make less, obviously, like $2 profit instead of $4 if you sell organically. But a sale is a sale. It's better to make it than to lose it. And this is pretty much it when it comes to the dashboard. And in the next video, I will show you how to add a product with Printify and how to connect your store to Printify. So see you in the next one.